I'm your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and today I'm back with another Anime Expo 2025 convention guide. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 things at Anime Expo that you don't want to miss. I will say this is my list. There's probably a whole bunch of other things people would say you shouldn't miss. There's going to be a ton of premieres, a ton of screenings, a ton of panels that are completely worth it this year. This is probably the most jam-packed Anime Expo I've ever seen. Well, not that's not true. But this is the most jam-packed Anime Expo I've seen since like 2019, 2018. Like we are back in full form for Anime Expo, and I am so excited for this year's convention. So, uh, before we jump into these top 10 things, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I've been doing a lot of guides for Anime Expo, so be sure to check some of those out. I'm doing a lot more detailed like coverage as well. And then after the convention, I'll be posting vlogs and cosplayer montages and more talking head videos like this because I know people love to hear me talk. I know I'm quite the majestic talker. But without further ado, let's jump into the number one slot for. Should I say this is number one? I'm going to call this number 10. Actually, we're gonna go in reverse. So for number 10, I don't like that. This is just number one. This is number one. The thing that you shouldn't miss. I know I'm whatever. Let's get into it. So here we are. We have Aniplex of America. I know, shocker. They have a booth, and it's going to be in the exhibit hall. And I think they actually have one of the biggest booths in the exhibit hall. But the reason we're talking about them is because they are having two additional cosplay meetups, and this is a big deal. So at their booth, they're going to have a little mini stage, and I think they sort of had something similar to that last year, but this year they're having two additional cosplay meetups, and they're having one for Windbreaker, and this is going to be at 1 p.m. on Friday, and then they're also having another one on Friday as well at 5:10 for Madoka. Now, this got me thinking, like, this is cool. Like, why would like this is a really cool thing. So I looked into the actual cosplay meetups for the event, and both Madoka and Windbreaker both have their meetups on Friday as well, at different times than the Aniplex meetup. So this is a really cool thing because that means if you are cosplaying either Madoka or Windbreaker on Friday for those meetups, there is another meetup just for you guys. That is a lot of hype. I will say that is a W on Aniplex's part. Now, going on to some more cosplayers, I want to highly, highly recommend you check out the Nikke booth. I know this list is going to be a little bit biased for things that I'm into, but Nikke did sort of like a cosplayer parade with their cosplayers, and there's a lot of Nikke cosplayers. They had a lot last year, and they have a lot this year, and they're going to be having a very cool booth in the South Hall lobby outside of the exhibit hall. And yeah, basically they had like a little parade that went around the exhibit hall hallways, I think. I don't know exactly where they went, but it was so popular that Anime Expo actually used a photo of that for their cosplayer gathering uh, photo on the website. It wasn't even a cosplay. It wasn't even from the Nikke cosplay gathering. It was just from their cosplayer parade, which is I think is a little disingenuous of Anime Expo, but I still think that's really cool that they did that. So there's a lot of amazing cosplayers here. I know a whole bunch of them because I film a lot of Nikke videos. But yeah, make sure you check them all out, and make sure you just check out the Nikke booth in general. It's usually pretty like it's pretty cool. But moving on, we're gonna be checking out another gotcha game. So this just got announced. What time is it? Today, just a couple. Well, I mean earlier today, but Azur Lane announced, and they're actually showing off their booth. No, like none of the other gotcha games I've seen so far have really shown off what their booth is going to look like. But Azur Lane is doing a whole wedding theme. I love this. They're also having some freebies. They're having a little hat thing and a fan, and there's some extra merch bonus thing. But I love this set. They're gonna have some cosplayers here and with these wedding decorations. So I'm assuming you can have a little fake wedding photo with some of the cosplayers. I will say this booth is probably gonna have a line like like an hour long line. Azur Lane had a huge line last year. So did Blue Archive. So I'm just gonna, and so did Nikke, to be honest. But Nikke did some ticketing thing, and it was really weird last year. But yeah, this is a super cool set. I love this so much. I think a lot of people are just gonna want to get in there to take photos in general, even if they're not into Azur Lane, because this is really, really unique. I mean, think about all the memes and photos you can do with this. Like, oh, I got married at Anime Expo. Like, this is just so cool. This is another W uh, for Anime Expo this year. This is a W for Azur Lane. But moving along, we're gonna be talking about some panel room type things now. So we're moving into the Peach Pit Gallery. Peach Pit is an artist duo. They are the main guest of honor this year, and they are having a Peach Pit art gallery in room 501 AB, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 7. It's basically almost all day long every day, and this is super cool. They did Rose and Maiden, Shugo Chara, Deer S, or Deers, however you want to say it. And then what is it? Zombie. I can't even remember what that was. Zombie Loan. Yeah, they did a lot of amazing art. I love Deer S and Rosen Maiden. I've not seen Zombie Loan or Shugo Chara, even though I've done videos on Shugo. Don't tell the Shugo Chara fan base that I've done. But anywho, this is something that I definitely want to check out. If you have a moment to spare, I would highly recommend going to check out this little Peach Pit art gallery. I think it's an art gallery. Like they say, gallery. So I don't know if there's going to be other things in there. I know their signing is like people are dying for it. So even in the contents, like the comment section of this, people are still mad about the whole guest of honor. Like I did a video about the guest of honor tickets getting voided or refunded. Apparently, that also added strikes to people's accounts, and people are still angry about it. Like they're like, oh, like, yeah, it's just people are mad. People are mad. Check out that video, guys. I don't know if you don't have guest of honor tickets, it might be good because they might be doing another drop soon. But a lot of the people who had tickets do not have tickets now because you can only have one now. Moving along, another thing you don't want to miss, and this is going to be in the entertainment hall, I believe. This is going to be the Beyblade X World Championship. I don't know if it means Beyblade 10 or just Beyblade X. I love me some Beyblading. This is going to happen on Saturday, and this is just an open tournament. This is a cool thing. I highly recommend you check this out. Yeah, it's in the entertainment hall, booth E25. This sounds cool. This looks cool. This is probably not the like. This is not what it's going to look like at Anime Expo. I guarantee you this. How it kind of like whenever I see the Beyblade section at Anime Expo, I always think it looks like a kindergarten because it's just like a bunch of small tables and everyone like sort of like huddled around them like children. It's a bad analogy, but that's what it looks like to me. It just visually that's what it looks like. I love Beyblades. I do not associate Beyblades with children, but it's just weird when you see them like sitting at like it's I don't know. It's just something about it visually. But this is cool. This is super cool. I highly recommend you go check this out. I'm sure they will be doing some type of event and giveaway at their booth as well. I heard last year at the Beyblade panel, they actually gave like $100 Beyblade kits away to attendees. So definitely check out, the Beyblade World Tournament, World Championship. This is super cool. Moving along, we have one panel that I think you guys should check out. This is the One Punch Man Season 3 panel. I know it's been it's been like 10 years since the last season or something like that. Something ridiculous like that. Now, normally I wouldn't say this panel is any better than any other panel, but they're going for a Guinness World Record challenge at this panel for most people performing a One Punch Man Maji Naguri Serious Punch. I don't know how you're gonna have people do that in the JW Marriott. I've been to the JW Marriott Diamond Ballroom. The seats are really close together, and so if you're expecting everyone in there to be doing like, I don't like how are you like, is this the serious punch? Like, is this the pose? Like, is everyone gonna have to stand up and do that? I know not everyone in the room is gonna be able to do that. Like, so I just don't know how they're gonna attempt this. I actually saw people. I saw a website, not a website. I saw a job listing for like being able to help with this, and I was just like, "That's interesting." They didn't list any like uh, payment for that, so I wonder how they're going to do this. This is interesting, but uh, I don't know of any other Guinness World Record challenges at Anime Expo. I'm sure there's been a few, but this is the one for this year. So check this out. Moving along for another panel, we have the Honkai Star Rail panel. I'm not the biggest Honkai Star Rail, but this one is going to be big. So Honkai has always been big. I remember they had like a big train in the lobby a couple years ago, and this is going to be in the Peacock Theater, and this one is actually going to be hosted by Trash Taste. So this is a pretty big panel. There's also going to be a bunch of Honkai meetups, and I think this was going to be pretty big in demand. If you're not even like for people who aren't even the biggest Honkai Star Rail fans, I'm sure the trash chase will bring in people because people are always get excited about them. But yeah, this is definitely one to check out. I'm sure they're gonna have some like super cool giveaways. Yeah, look at this. Uh, Attendees will also receive exclusive panel swag, including a metal Finon card available while supplies last. I don't know what a Finon card is, but whatever. That sounds cool. Moving along, this is a guest appearance that I think you should highly check out. So, Acky Bright was a guest of honor last year and the year before that, and that specific year, like 2 years ago, he was like one of the bigger guest of honors. But he specializes in doing these giant mural things, which are really really cool, and he does this at every anime. He does this at almost at every event he goes to, where he does these giant murals. He did two of them last year as well. He did two of them last year and two of them the year before that, I think, as well. Maybe it was two and two. Maybe it was one and two. I don't remember. But he did two last year, and he does them over the course of the whole show. So he sort of like works his way through them during the whole event. And I highly recommend checking him out and catching him do this live. This is super, super cool. I will say his merch booth last year sold out of a whole lot of stuff. His art is phenomenal. He does kind of like cyber organic girl type stuff, like anime girl stuff. It's super cool, super interesting to look at, and super like abstract and wild. I highly recommend it. I also got a bunch of videos about Acky Bright on my channel, so yeah, just check him out because he is definitely something you want to check out. And now going on to number 9 on our list is another panel, and this is going to be the Alien Stage panel in room 403AB on July 4th. So what is this? Is July 4th going to be? I can't even see my calendar. July 4th is Friday, and the director Vivinos is going to be there, and they're going to be doing a live drawing. And this is insane. I'm going to be honest, guys. Uh, I've seen how popular Alien Stage is. Not everyone's getting into this panel. I will tell you right now, this room is not going to be able to like hold all of the Alien Stage fans. Alien Stage, I honestly think whoever like they needed to make this a main stage panel because this is insane. Like there's going to be so many people who are mad that they don't get into this panel. Um, I I'm honestly worried that, but this is definitely one that you guys want to catch. If you can get into this panel, totally going to be worth it. I will say, I haven't finished all of Alien Stage, but I've seen a bunch of like a few of the music videos. It is phenomenal, and yeah, this is. I'm honestly shocked that this isn't the main stage, but yeah, it's this is probably one of the most high demand. I've even seen TikToks about people saying like how like you need to get a bigger room for this. This is not going to fit in this room. But yeah, this is going to be so in demand. This is probably going to be. They should have had this in like the JW Marriott or main stage, just somewhere with more room because it is not everyone's going to be in that. Like this is I'm just blown away by this decision. But moving along, the number one or number 10 thing you must see at Anime Expo is of course the Gintama world premiere for Mr. Ginpachi's Zany Classroom. Am I biased because I love Gintama? Yes. Do I think Gintama is probably better than most other animes? Yes. Do I if you've not seen Gintama, I highly recommend you watch it, especially if you're like an animator. There's a lot of meta jokes about being an animator in Gintama. I mean, there's like an episode that's just all like storyboards and animatics, and they do that a few times. It's really funny. There's a lot of episodes. I will say it's kind of hard to get into if you're like not good with uh if you don't I don't know if they've dubbed this over. I watched it with subtitles. I think it would I don't think it would play as well in a dub because a lot of the jokes in the show are puns based on like the language, and so usually when like people localize stuff like that, it just doesn't work. So that's why I think it's not as popular here in America. But I absolutely love the show. I highly recommend it if you're into comedy, slapstick comedy. I highly recommend checking this out, and I'm super excited. This is one of the only premieres that I'm going to. Uh, In fact, I think I'm only going to like 5 panels this year, and this is going to be one of them. And I'm super, super excited for this one specifically. Uh, yeah. I hope you guys are big Gintama fans too. But those are the 10 things that you have to see at Anime Expo this year. I know, some of you may disagree with this list. I know there's probably people in the comment section, oh my God, what about Panty and Stocking? Look, I love Panty and Stocking. Uh, I'm super excited for Panty and Stocking. Do I want to sit in a room filled with a million other people trying to watch Panty? Like, maybe, but I'm probably not going to do it. Like, there's going to be 2 stocking screenings at Anime Expo, one for the premiere and then one with a censored version. So definitely worth it, but I don't know. It's Gintama trumps panty and stocking for me. Sorry, I said it. But that's it for today's video. Again, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.